Mrs. Bond?
Here.
Mrs. Duff?
Here.
Mrs. Gay? Here. Mrs. Grooms?
Here.
Mrs. Harlow?
Yes, thank you and good evening. So we will go right into the Tree City USA discussion. So we did get that status again, which is awesome. So thanks to Brent and Amy for all their work on that. We kind of had a little trio here going to get that status back up and going. So that was awesome. News with that is that Mr. Shane and I will actually be attending the April 19th Tree City Awards up in Tip City at the Tip Center. So that will be exciting. We will also be having a 2024 Arbor Day program. That is with Kelly, that is putting that on, Kelly Stricker. She'll be having an education program actually at the Arbor Day event on April 26th at the Payne Rec Center. Just a little short description of that event. It's join us as we celebrate Arbor Day with a program all about trees. During this program, participants can make a tree ring keepsake, go on a word scavenger hunt through the park to learn how amazing trees are, and much more. And then registration can be found at the MoraineParksandRec.com website. And then one other item too I meant to mention is that we will be having the Arbor Day proclamation signed at the April 25th City Council meeting. So that will be happening next week as well. Let's see here. And then last but not least on my end, we have some information on some trees. For this meeting, we provided information on mulching your trees. As you know, trees were not originally designed for urban settings. So the importance of oxygen, water, and nutrients are important when it comes to planting and mulching your trees. This article goes over the proper mulching techniques and the type of mulch to use. If you do happen to have any questions on any of that, let me know. It's a great article to read as springtime is here and soon summer to get your trees ready and everything. Other than that, I have nothing further. I guess we can go on to other business. Which, do I cover that, or is that what they cover, other business? Or does it matter, really?
Yeah, if anybody has any questions or if there's any other
Okay.
discussion to be had.
Does anyone have any questions or anything? Yeah, go ahead. So, it does depend, because I know some people will stack mulch pretty high up on the trunk and everything, and that will damage the roots and everything and the water from reaching down to the roots and everything. But I can find some more information too on that specifically, and I can send that over to you if that works. Yeah. Something else I meant to fail to mention too. I am Nick Cerise. I'm the city planner. I took over this role from Mike Hammis, and Brent's been doing a good job at bridging the tree board in between the time frame of Mike leaving and me coming on. So I will be taking over the tree board meetings going forward. So just wanted to give that little note to everyone. Does anyone have any questions or anything at all before we go on? That is something that the streets department does keep track of. They give us a sheet that we actually obtain, especially when it comes time to submitting information for the Tree City USA Award that shows where trees were planted and everything throughout the city. So that we do get a list of areas where they do plant trees.
I know they've had to take out a lot.
Yes.
I'm not sure if we have a specific budget for
Oh, I
planting
just
trees,
wondered.
but I think we should. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if we have one, but I think we absolutely should have something for that, just for the Tree City USA. I mean, if we're gonna be Tree City USA, why would we not have something like that in place? I think what's happened in the past is they relied on the Keep Montgomery County Beautiful grant. That's how they would buy trees, but you only get $1,000. Trees, nothing's cheap anymore, so $1,000 to get you can't get that many trees. I mean, how many have we planted? I planted 6 of them that one year, and it was 800, 900 and some dollars. So, and that was just 6 trees. One thing I will say is, if you, and I know you walk around the rec center, that track, all those pine trees that are around there are dying.
Yes.
And we've taken a lot out, and I'm about to ask them to take the rest of them out. They look terrible. They're not cut correctly. They're messy. They don't even give that good a shade. I mean,
They don't really give any.
nothing. Yeah. So if you look at them back in the back left corner where the air park is, there's some that are that group's already dying. They're turning brown. They just look awful.
Yeah,
So
they look awful.
yeah, they look terrible. And I know they took some out, and I'm going to ask them to take more out.
What they've taken out is obviously
Yeah.
much better.
Yeah.
But
But there needs more needs done, and I think that's probably all over our parks too. We probably have trees.
Do we know if they're diseased of some sort, like, and it's passing from one to the other?
Yeah,
or
so
there's-
the pine trees, I'm not sure about. They look like they've probably got some kind of disease to them. I mean, just how they've progressively
Yeah, I
died
know.
since I've been here. But like the ones they took out last year were turning that brown. Like the needles weren't even turning
did that too.
colors. Yeah, so there's a group of them where I was in that back corner that they're starting to do that pretty bad. And again, if you look at them, they don't even look good. I mean, they're
No,
not
they
cut. Like one of them is cut so weird. It honestly looks like there was power lines. Have you ever seen trees when power lines go through? They just cut where the power lines are, and the tree looks kind of awkward. That's kind of how some of those look out there, but there's no power lines. So, did they? Yeah, yeah. Doug, from what I've heard, or kind of know, Doug Quillen, I think, was street superintendent however many ago, and he transplanted, from my understanding, most of those trees from somewhere and transplanted them over there 25, 26 years ago, something like that. So they are old trees already, or getting to that age. I don't know what their life limit is of that specific tree or anything like that, but yeah, they're running their course. So
Okay, since this is the tree board and you're wanting to take out all of these trees,
no, but that was part
what
of.
plan is in place for replacing those trees? Let's just get that on record.
yes.
I don't, well, that's the thing, without actually having an arborist or someone here
Yeah.
that does that kind of stuff, there is
Well, I mean, in the past, we've had trees donated, correct?
no. Right.
And then, like, tree board has
Yeah.
gone out and placed the trees.
So that, I would tell, that plan was created
I know,
on
I
the
know.
spot.
I
It
know.
wasn't like there was really thought process. Now, the last 6 I planted, my thought to that was shaping the disc golf course. That's why I put it round 1 like that. All the other ones we planted, like,
Just wherever.
yeah, well, all the other ones that we planted are over there by practice and teams basketball, going out to the skate park. All those died. Pretty much, almost every single one.
I
of those
agree.
Never survived. And that's because the ground is clay. It's not good soil, growing trees. So what they did with the last 6 that we planted, they actually brought up dug the hole, put topsoil in. So we'll see if that works. Maybe those trees, but it's a swamp up there. So back in one. It was a little. Yeah, I know. But I backed into it barely, and it literally almost knocked it over. That's how soft the ground was. I'm not. That's part of the problem. Not having a plan, not really knowing what kind of soil is there that will plant the trees and all that. I sat down with Brian and went through a list of 100 trees. Told you each one. This one soaks up a lot of water. This is a shade tree. This one grows 20 feet tall in 5 years. Like there's all these different things. So I just went, it's swampy up there. I just made trees that grow swamp.
Do you think a tree donation program could be beneficial if we put the word out about that? Maybe some people would donate trees, and depending on the type of tree, we could adjust where in the city it could best be suitable.
When I worked for the city of West Carroll, for the crew, we would go out, we would get a whole shipment of trees coming in. Go to the website, you can buy a tree for $150. We would go plant it in their yard,
Right.
wherever they wanted, but we were planting trees in the city. Citizens bought the tree through this program that the city offered. I mean, there's a lot involved into that.
Could we do something like if somebody could buy a tree in memory of or in honor of?
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
I mean,
My pen went.
yeah, I've read that before, and you could always do a little plaque, you know.
I know the mound does it at the golf course.
Yeah. I mean, you may get somebody that would really love to do that.
It was kind of cool. On their clubhouse, they have this flat, and anybody that bought a tree, there's plaque say their name
Now, that
on
would
the
be,
tree. So you could do something like that at the rec center or the civic center, whatever, here, do it here. But yeah, it's a cool looking tree. I'll take a picture of it. Yeah, it's got anybody that bought a tree or donated a tree. Golf course.
I think that would be a good.
We could also look at, in terms of memorial trees too, if the city does want to have a memorial tree planted in memory, say, of a mayor or maybe a past city manager or someone that made a difference in the city that has passed on too. That could be another option on there as well. So that's a good idea. I got that written down, so.
Part of Tree City USA is asking trees get
Trees
bad,
die.
trees get old, trees die. So they understand. That was one.
I mean, don't they have a thing now about moth?
Oh, I heard there's new invasive.
Yeah. I don't know.
Cicadas are getting ready to come back.
Yeah,
Yeah, but we're not in that big,
like we were.
Oh, it's part of it.
I mean, we're part of Ohio, but I don't think we're. Yeah, this'll be a big one.
Rude excise.
Supposed to be in May, so get it over with. Fine.
Perfect. Well, I don't have anything further. I guess we are good to adjourn here at 5:34.
You gotta do that?
Or she have to do it?
We can all, let's all adjourn. Let's just in unison adjourn.